This conference will now be recorded.
So, welcome once again. And like I already mentioned, KNR Ignite Solutions is providing a multiple training programs. As a part of that, SAP FICO is one of them. And let us see what we have as a part of SAP FICO. And you will get an opportunity to interact with our experts and understand more about the course details and clarify any of your questions whatever you have it, and later you can decide with how you wanted to join, whether you can join this or not. Okay, so this batch we are exclusively starting on a weekend batch where we got a lot of requests from people asking for flexible timing. Where there were previous batches, there were many working professionals, they were not able to attend our regular classes. With that intent, we have framed another weekend batch which will suit your flexible timing, particularly on a Saturday and Sunday with a little late timing, so that it will be very much easy for you guys to reach out or attend the classes, the live classes, and you can get maximum benefit out of it. In case you have any specific requirement, particularly to the batch timings or something like that, feel free to contact with us on this contact number or email IDs. Okay, so let's quickly get into SAP modules that we are going to talk about. We are talking about SAP FICO and what exactly SAP FICO and what are the other modules that anybody should understand, right? So whenever we talk about SAP, which is an ERP product provided by SAP, which helps any organization to manage their multiple resources in a better manner. So to manage all this, how we are going to do that? There are a multiple ways or a multiple modules which supports to manage all this. Out of which, let us understand broadly functional modules and technical modules. These are the two things for us to understand. Whenever we say functional modules, these are the modules where business will be closely using for their day-to-day operations to manage all their resources. It can be finance related resources. Whenever we say finance related, it can be money majorly, right? And whenever it comes to your sales related and also the HR department related requirements or manufacturing related concerns, everything can be addressed here with different modules in SAP. All those daily day-to-day operations wherever we require for us to manage all the resources, we call them as a functional modules, where each and every function is divided as a separate module in SAP. Let's say finance related stuff we wanted to manage using an ERP called SAP, then we maintain a finance module. And what if management wanted to extract certain reports like a financial reports, balance sheet, profit and loss account, cash flows, and other statements, the finance module will be very much helpful. And other side, your top management is more interested to see what is actual cost and profit that we are incurring, how good we are doing it for an internal decision making. There are certain report requirements again. For that, again, the same finance module may not be helpful. So for that, CO module is where it comes in very handy to get very deep insights about controlling related by product level or by plant level or geographic wise, whatever the level they wanted to get a reports, it's a possible from SAP. That is where you are going to combine SAP FI and CO. That is where you call it as a FI CO module. So in fact, both are not one module, they are independently separate modules. We need to understand little deeper about FI and CO. What exactly FI covers? Whenever we talk about FI, this is particularly to meet your external financial reporting purposes. Whenever we say external financial reporting purposes, any organization wanted to generate a financial statements where they can publish them for a public, including their banks, investors, government authorities for a tax purposes, and so on. What we'll be doing, we'll be using FI module, out of which where FI will help people to use accounts payable, accounts receivable, general ledger accounting, asset accounting, banking, and all these sub modules in SAP. FI particularly will help any organization to prepare external reporting for them to submit to various parties. And whereas in controlling module, particularly it talks about internal reporting purposes. Whenever we have a certain internal reporting requirements, management wanted to understand where we are doing good job, where we are not doing good job, in case they want to take a decision to discontinue any particular one business area, or they wanted to discontinue one particular product line, or if they wanted to introduce a new product line, or if they wanted to expand their business into a multiple product lines or a different geographic for that matter, what they will do, they need to understand how our existing businesses are doing with respect to the similar products or in a similar geographies. Based on this historical data, management will be able to take a decisions where your FI will not be able to directly provide all such information to understand for a further decision making. For that, controlling module comes very handy by way of your cost and revenue to analyze by and setting up cost center accounting, profit center accounting, and your internal orders, product costing, your profitability analysis. All this is a part of your CVO. Whenever you get into this deeper, you will understand what exactly is CVO, what exactly the FI. One, can I learn both at a time? Can I focus only one at a time? Is what you can figure it out as and when we start our further sessions. Okay. And majorly, whenever you talk about all the functional modules, out of all these functional modules, FICO is one of them, what we are currently focusing on, which is widely used across all the sectors. When I say across the sectors, in manufacturing industries, or retail business, or a banking business, or a service industry, and more. So whatever the industry you consider, there is an opportunity for them to use SAP, FICO, and other functional modules also. So which comes with a very high degree of integrations, where it is very much flexible to integrate any third party application that we are using it without disrupting their businesses. Okay. And SAP also provides a lot of support and lot of upgrades each and every time they find something value which business can enjoy it, they will keep add those updates into their programs. That is where we get a lot of new versions every time. With that intent, if you look into the other modules, and particularly FI module has gone through a lot of changes, because this is one of the core module for every business to implement whenever they wanted to control all the resources and have a proper monitoring and visibility on all the resources. They will implement FICO and see how it is going, and as and when they see a different needs in that, they wanted to report something differently. Let's say earlier there was not much focus on your environmental, social and governance related, which we call it as a ESG reporting. Now this is a very much uh, very high focus for all the organizations. They are focusing more on ESG now, how we are contributing to environment and everything. If I want to create or extract certain reports with respect to ESG also. So whenever SAP hear about something like this, a new requirement, they will come up with a new patches or a new updates or a new versions within existing modules. Likewise, you might have seen a lot of versions they released already, including ECC versions and all other versions. We'll understand a little more further. If for us to know more about functional modules, are there any other modules? There are a lot many modules. Along with FICO, there is a sales and distribution module, material management, and financial supply chain management, which you call it as FSCM, and also RAR, that is particularly for your revenue and revenue related. Whenever companies wanted to focus more on a revenue related stuff, and there are many other modules comes into picture as and when we see that. Okay. For us to support all these functional modules, we might also go through certain challenges whenever we have a certain requirements for us to get more information, or whenever we struck to implement certain submodules. What we will do, we need certain technical help as well, where we will not be able to fix everything on our own. For that purposes, what we will do, we need to depend on a technical teams. Who are those technical teams here? There are technical modules available within SAP. Whenever you are implementing, either you can have your own technical uh, modules implemented within your organization, or you can depend on SAP for those. What are those technical? Technicals are particularly your ABAP and BASIS. These are the two major technical modules which will help for you to enhance anything that you wanted to do in existing SAP modules. So depending on your educational background and experience, you can choose one of them whether which will suit very aptly for you. Whether it's a functional one is a better for you or a technical one, you will be able to judge it by looking into a little more details as we speak. In case you have any confusion which course to choose, how to proceed with your career, so feel free to connect with our experts. They will be able to help you to choose a right course for you for to continue in your career. So depending again that purely on your goals, educational background, and your level of interest and level of experience, everything matters here. Not just one parameter we'll look into and say that this is the right thing for you. Okay, so we will talk more about all these modules once again. For now, for you to understand at a high level, there are separate modules for under functional. There are some more separate modules for a technical also. So let's understand what is important or how to choose the respective course that suits your requirement. Okay. So with that, to know and to understand a little more about FICO particularly, SAP has released various versions in SAP, starting from whenever they started SAP. They started a very long back. From there on, they started ECC versions. Whenever they started ECC version, every time they get to know about a new requirements, they were releasing a new patches or a new updates along with that. Whenever they release a new updates, what happens? They will update up. They will provide the more patches and more functionalities and features for a business to enjoy all their day-to-day activities. With that, they had released multiple versions of ECC also. And as and when we are growing, I mean the companies are growing and they will have a new requirements. To meet all those new requirements, certainly company whoever is providing certain services or a product, they have to enhance their product features. Otherwise, people may not like that or may not be able to continue that. They will look for alternatives. So SAP plays a very nice role in that fact, and they will not lose any existing customers where they will be doing their own R&D and will be coming up with a new features by looking into the best practices in the industry, and they will release in the next version. That is where you see ECC and S4 HANA, the latest version of S4 HANA. So whoever is learning now, starting their SAP learning journey, I would highly recommend to start with S4 HANA learning. And along with that, you should have a bit of knowledge on ECC also, so that it will help you to see what are the major differences between ECC and S4 HANA. That way, you are very much clear whenever you get an opportunity to work in any organization, either in S4 HANA or ECC. There might be still some projects, some businesses or clients who are still using ECC, but SAP is going to end their support very soon for ECC. With that intent, all the organizations, whoever wanted to continue their business operations with SAP applications, they have to upgrade to the latest version. What is the latest version available? That is the S4 HANA versions. S4 HANA also comes with a various versions. Depending on version to version, there are slight changes in features what we are going to enjoy. So we will understand that a little further. What are the major changes from ECC to S4 HANA, and what are the other changes within S4 HANA, again from one version of S4 HANA to other version of S4 HANA, which is a long topic for us to understand, but certainly we'll spend considerable amount of time to understand all of them. Okay, with the introduction of S4 HANA, you might see now the latest very handy tools like your Fury applications. So earlier, whenever you look into ECC, that never allows you to access from your mobile or a tab if you are on the go. Only you need to log into your computer, either it can be laptop or a desktop computer. Now the S4 HANA application gives a Fury applications which can be accessed from your mobile also. You no need to have high processing RAM, high capacity of a hard disk. Simply with whatever the apps that you are using in your mobile, you can install Fury application as a mobile app, or you can directly access from your web browsers also. to directly access using the link from your web browsers. You just need to use your credentials to log in, and you are done. You will be able to perform all the actions and everything as it is what you are doing from your computers. Okay, exactly the same functionalities are available here as well whenever you use a Fury application. Along with a Fury, there are many other functionalities which has been enabled in S4HANA. We will look into them as well as and when we move further. And let's understand a little more about what are the jobs that you can expect and what would be the salary when somebody join as SAP FICO consultants. So there is no limit for a salary. So depending on your uh, level of experience that you gain, level of knowledge that you gain, you will be able to get salaries as high as possible. So to understand the first thing, the what kind of roles you can expect whenever you complete this course. Whenever you complete a FICO course, majorly people will be looking to join as a consultants. Whenever we say consultants, you are an expert in that particular area, and you will be able to help people with their problems. Whenever we say help with their problems, you will be able to provide solutions whenever your client has certain uh, issues or problems. Whenever they are implementing their uh, whenever they are implementing this ERP, particularly SAP FICO modules, and you as an FICO consultant will be able to help that business to set up as per their business requirement. Not every business will run in the same manner. Your, let's say, oil and gas industry might have a different requirement. Retail business will have a different requirement. Both can't be the same, right? Retail business majorly deal with buy bulk goods and they sell it. They don't manufacture anything for that matter. So whenever you consider manufacturing industry again, they have their manufacturing process as well separately, where they need to have that warehouse, the management of a labor, entire that manufacturing process, deal with the raw material, finished goods and everything. And then they do the packing and ship the products. And there is some other company which are solely managing only services. They are not providing any, they are not manufacturing any product. They just deal with the services. Let's say you consider people like Ola and Uber. They no need to have their own vehicles. They are simply tying up with a multiple people, and other service providers are the people who has their vehicles. They will tie to Ola and Uber and they will run their business. Still, Ola and Uber, they wanted to report their financial reports and they wanted to see where they are making profit, where they are making losses. For all this, then they might choose SAP as one of their ERP to manage all their resources. Here they don't have any products, they are not manufacturing anything. But you can't compare this service industry with retail industry. Their requirements are different and service industry requirements are different. To meet anybody's requirements, as a SAP consultant, we should be able to tailor their needs and configure the system such a way that any sort of businesses can be use this SAP software. So SAP by default provides all the functionalities within the package. As a consultant, we need to pick the best functionalities that match their business requirements. We already discussed about what and all industries can use this, right? I already mentioned manufacturing industries, retail business, banking, services, you name it. All that kind of industries will be able to use this SAP FICO module and other modules as well, all functional modules as well. Okay, and salary, like I already mentioned, there is no limit and people can expect anywhere from 5 lakhs to 50 lakhs or a 1 crore as well, depending on your deep knowledge. I won't say with as a fresher can I get a 1 crore, highly impossible. So only when you gain that level of expertise and also the level of experience that matters. As a fresher also, the people when they really have a good understanding of the subject, and make sure you have that a gap of education or your education versus the job you are applying, you need to make sure how many years of experience companies are expecting. If you go to particular job descriptions and look into them, you will understand what is average expectation companies are looking for. Are they looking for a freshers? Are they looking for 2 years experience or a 4 years experience or a 5 years experience? Likewise, you will understand what is the bare minimum they are expecting. We need to have that level of experience. Not possible for everybody the moment they learn they will have 5 years of experience. But the only thing is you need to understand the subject such a manner where you will be able to solve problem equal to the people who already gained 4 years or 5 years of experience. So that's what our experts are going to help you to gain that level of experience with our practical trainings. And roles, whenever you are looking for it, whenever you complete this course, either somebody who is looking to become a consultant, yes, you can choose that consultant roles. Again, under consultant there are a multiple designations companies do assign it. They say like associate consultant or a consultant or senior consultant, lead analyst, business analyst, and something like that. Okay, there are multiple roles available. Depends on your level of experience and understanding, you can look for those roles. Apart from the consulting roles, are there any other roles? Yes. So people would look for end user roles, which are like your business analyst or a business partner roles, or majorly like analyst roles, right? So wherever you see in a BPO kind of roles, you see a lot of accounts payable, accounts receivable, R2R roles, or FP&A roles, which require, or people may ask for this uh, SAP knowledge. If you have that knowledge, you will have that extra advantage to get into such roles as well. That's another way where you can look for it. But in case you wanted to join as an end user, I won't recommend you to go through this entire course. That's not really worth for it. Okay, so for you to become an end user, you should know a very bare minimum knowledge about SAP screens that you can easily learn in a short period of time. You don't need to spend a long time like you are spending for a consultant roles. Okay. So we will talk more about the more roles and the salary as and when we connect in our upcoming sessions as well. And how you can begin this journey, let us understand that in a quickly. When whoever wanted to start their journey, you need to make sure you have your formal graduation at least should have been completed. It can be any kind of graduation, but I would say if you are a one who comes with a commerce background, particularly like a BCom and MBA or MCom, something like that, that will be added advantage. Why I'm saying added advantage? Why I'm also other side saying any graduation. Now try to compare who will have a more weightage. The person who comes with a commerce background will be able to understand the terminologies that we are implementing or using on a day-to-day implementations. Any project that you join, either you can join as an implementation project, or you can join as a support project, or you can join as a testing project. It can be anything. Wherever you join, there will be an opportunity. There is a requirement for you to understand lot of things with respect to finance and accounting. Without understanding that, don't think that you can become successful. It's a very much important for you to have this knowledge, finance and accounting knowledge. Only then you will be able to succeed. Why I'm saying this again? So every day you are going to interact with your clients. Whenever you interact with your clients, you should know that with whom you are connecting and what they are talking, and you will be able to understand their requirement and reply them back, yes, I got your point. Let me show you how SAP reacts to this, how SAP behaves for this functionality, or how SAP can provide you this particular report that you are looking for. So ultimately, whoever implementing any ERP, they need that end result of report, various reports. Without getting a report, what is the point that I implemented? For that, if your business is talking or your client is saying, I wanted to have a cash flow for last 3 months, at least you should know what is cash flow. Without understanding what is cash flow, it is highly impossible for you to blindly configure and give it to them. You should be able to test what the configuration you have done. So for that, you should know what they are exactly expecting. Without understanding their expectation, you will not be able to perform any task here in this industry. So for that, you should know clearly what exactly your business is expecting. Only then it will be easy for you to manage all this. Okay, make sure you will have that basic understanding of accounts and finance both. Then it will be very much easy for you to sail through this journey. Otherwise it will become very difficult. So somebody who comes from non-commerce background, if they say that I wanted to learn, can I learn? Yes, you can learn, but only challenge or the thing you need to keep in mind is you should be open to learn a new terminology, and you should be able to quickly grasp what is finance and accounting subjects all about. You should be able to understand when somebody gives you certain transactions, you should be able to translate them into a journal entry and able to categorize them under profit and loss account and balance sheet. If you are not able to do that, then you might get a job, but you find a lot of challenges and you struggle a lot until you learn all those. Then if you think that after working for a certain time and you are not able to get that, then it will become difficult for you. That is where you need to decide, should I learn finance and accounting now or should I quit the job? So don't get into that stage once you get a job, right? So I would say right from the beginning, make sure you should come from a finance and accounting background, or make sure you made your mind to learn those as well from today onwards along with your course wherever you are joining. Otherwise, don't take that risk. Simply learn the course and join somewhere. That is not going to work out. Okay, so that's the first thing we need to keep in mind. For that, the first point what I'm saying, you need to have the deep understanding of business processes of finance and accounting. Whenever you wanted to gain a deep understanding of finance and accounting, one should be aware what is first of all the business process of finance and accounting. For you to know what is business process, first you should know the basics of accounting and finance both. Then whenever somebody is talking about this is what our existing business is, this is how we are doing currently, is this possible for me to implement in SAP? Can I get some results exactly what I am doing in my legacy system? Or usually people, if they are expecting exactly the same what they are getting from legacy system, there is no point they implement it. Obviously they would look for additional features, right? They would expect something different than what they currently see in their legacy system. If that is their expectation, as a consultant we should be able to help them. To help them, we should understand what they are talking. For that, you should have this knowledge. That's the main reason. So every day your business clients will talk to you to, let me talk to my consultant, I have my problem, let me see if there is a solution in SAP. For you to answer that, you should understand what they are talking. If somebody is talking in Hindi and if you don't understand Hindi, and you will not be able to respond, you simply nod your head and smile and say let me come back. So that will not help, right? If you already know Hindi at least a bit, how to read and write, how to understand, how to speak out, then you will be able to answer them. You may not know the right answer at that moment, at least you are understanding their problem. Later you can do your homework and come with a solution. That's still okay, is acceptable at certain cases, not all the time. If you don't know anything at all, you will not be in a position to provide any solution. With that, you need to make sure you should get a deep understanding or a deep knowledge about business processes. There are various business processes like your accounts payable process, accounts receivable process, how they are currently dealing with, how they are dealing with entire manufacturing process, how they are dealing with their retail process, how they are dealing with their financial statement requirements, how they are dealing with assets, all that. You no need to have exactly what business is doing, but when they talk you should be able to understand. When they say that we have a fixed assets and we have a current assets and we are depreciating our fixed assets and current assets, that's something fishy for you. So why anybody would depreciate on a current assets, you should be able to question that back. Why are you depreciating on a current assets? If you don't know that basics, that we don't depreciate on a current assets, you might be quiet. You won't question because you are not aware about it. And whenever you have that a sound knowledge of general business processes, then you will be able to have a good conversation with your client, and your client will be able to understand, oh good, this consultant really has a good knowledge and they will be able to help me with whatever I'm looking for. You need to gain that confidence with your client also. When you get that, only when you are from finance and accounting background and understand business processes better. If you are not from a finance and accounting background, still you should start learning this business process from now on. Only then you can become successful. That's the first criteria anybody should look into. Then once you have that, then you need to choose your preferred trainer, whoever it may be. So I won't say that you join with us and you find your choice of trainers where you find that whatever you require, those people will be able to provide you, right? So you should have that comfortability where you can interact with the trainer and get the opportunity to clarify all your doubts. And whenever you are practicing something, you get certain doubts, you need all that support. Wherever you get all the things that you are expecting, maybe there might be certain things that you are expecting, like timings or any other things that you are expecting, there should be a lot of flexibility that you are expecting. Make sure all your expectations are met before you join with anywhere. So by doing all your homework and research, then you choose your preferred trainers. So then it will help you to take your journey long way easily. Okay. Then you need to practice concepts very religiously every day whenever you get these classes, and without mess you go with the flow and understand it and practice it very religiously until you gain a good confidence that yes, now I know this topic, now I can easily talk with anybody about this particular topic, at least not about entire subject at a time. Weekly schedule is what you set it aside and see that what is your progress check. Am I confident about at least this many topics for this week? Am I confident in this many topics by next week? Something like that. You need to have a schedule. Wherever you struck you are not confident enough, talk to your trainers and ask them if there is an opportunity for you to improve. Is there any other materials that you need to improve? All you need to look into it. Okay. So then you need to have not just that. Once you have a business process knowledge and you get trained, you are confident, that may not be sufficient for you to become successful. As SAP functional modules are very deep. Whenever you start, nobody in this world knows 100% of any one module. Everybody knows to the extent what they're supposed to know and what they can manage, at least for certain businesses. So it is highly impossible for anybody to learn 100% in one module, because it takes long time for anybody to learn it, but nobody is expecting that also. For say, if you wanted to go little deeper about the subject, you wanted to gain little expertise, you need to have a good like-minded people surrounding to you. You should have a good network of people. Only then you will be able to gain this deep understanding. Let's say you are working on particular module, uh, limited responsibilities. You have a network of people. Those people are working in a different areas within FI, so that talk to them frequently and understand how other functions are working within FI. Okay, this sounds interesting. Can I also learn something addition to what I am currently doing it? Only when you have like-minded people and good network with you, you have continuous conversations with them and understand the subject from them and see if that is something interesting to you. You can think about expanding your skill set. Okay, then you need to keep on talk to the working FICO consultants to know what exactly the new trends happening in the industry. So you need to find such working FICO consultants to have a good rapport until you get a job, or also after getting a job also you should have this working consultants community with you. If you don't have that community, it will be difficult for you to work alone in this industry. You need more people to support you. Make sure you get all this. Okay, these are the very basic and important things where everybody should know. Then apart from that, how we are unique and what we are going to provide, let us understand little here. So we are going to provide a live trainings. When I say live training, so it is not a recorded training we are providing it. You have a live interaction with the trainers and you will be given that opportunity, and all the classes happen live. There is nothing like we will provide only the recording. So along with that you will get S4HANA latest server access for you to practice. For once you go through a training, you need to have certain tool for you to practice. Similarly, what we are doing it, we are providing S4HANA server access also along with our training. It's a kind of complementary for you along with the training what you are doing it. Okay, you don't need to search that again outside. In case somebody has it, happy, you can continue to use that as per your comfort. It's just a complementary that we are giving it. And along with the training, we are also providing the same class as a recorded, and will provide you those recorded sessions for you to refer in case you wanted to revise something, in case you wanted to go through them multiple times. Not possible for certain people to attend each and every class. We might miss one or the other class, or the trainer might be completing one topic on that particular day, but you are not able to catch in somewhere he mentioned something. And if what if there's a recorded session available, right? That's what the people is requesting for, and we have enabled that option also. So where you can uh, refer to this recorded session and get that complete understanding of it. And we will also help you to prepare your resume even before you completing the course. Will help you during this time, and you will be able to prepare your nice resume to meet industry requirements. And will also help you with interview groomings. When I say interview grooming, so you might be coming from a different background than consulting skill set. You might be working in a different finance roles or other than finance roles also, but you may not be aware how to face these interviews. You might have a little fear about interviews, and we are going to help you how to prepare for it. What are the important things for you to prepare for an interview, how to crack the interview. We'll provide a lot of tips and techniques for you to prepare all these interviews. You can easily crack the interview once you complete a course from us, where our expert trainers will help you to prepare for the interviews as well. For you to get this interview grooming, we will also organize a mock interviews, one-on-one mock interviews, and also the group mock interviews. So when I say one-on-one mock interviews, we will schedule a separate call with each and every participant according to their flexible timing, and we'll take that a mock interview how it looks like in your real interview, and we'll try to pose the similar questions here in a mock interview, and will help you to understand the deep the interviews are expected, and in which direction you need to upskill yourself. You might see certain gaps, even after preparing. You think that one only when you attend interview you will get to know, "Arey yaar, I am not aware about this, let me upskill this particular topic." So those gaps you will understand. Certainly you will get opportunity to connect with our trainers again and fill those gaps. If you are not aware how to fill it, our trainers are more happy to help you with any sort of gaps for you to upgrade. And we'll provide a support until you succeed. How? Until you succeed, until you get a job, we are there to help you wherever you need a help with respect to the course content or a course practice, or if you need any certain materials, or you need any help in the whatever the stage that you need, including the referrals, wherever there are opportunities available within our network, we are going to help you. And along with the course you will be given a regular assignments. Every day you will have one or the other assignment, and also will have a regular, when I say regular, again weekly also will provide, weekly and monthly. And as classes are happening already on a weekend basis, and you can expect every weekend there are 2 days. Saturday you will have one assignment, Sunday also will have another assignment. Put together by next week, whenever we cover more classes, let's say 1 month you complete four classes, and you will have a bigger assignment put together from whatever we covered so far. So during the week you practice and ensure you complete the assignments, and you discuss with your trainers about all these doubts that you come across about your practice doubts or whatever you have it in upcoming classes, or in even before that. If you wanted to clarify, you will be added to certain WhatsApp groups where you can ask those questions, which will help you. Okay. And we will provide you that one-on-one support, like I already mentioned. Whenever people need to review their work or assignments, or they stuck with something, you will get that one-on-one support as well. And along with that, we will also provide, wherever required, the important course materials. We'll provide you that PDF copies of it, soft copies of it, and you are free to use those materials for your reference purposes. Okay. And we will also provide certain standard templates which has been provided by SAP. Whenever you are working on certain things, there might be, initially you might need a help with the templates. It can be a document preparation template, or it can be a data upload template, or it can be anything. So we have a lot of collection of standard templates provided by SAP, where you will have access to this all the standard templates also. And apart from that, we are going to help you with one more thing which we haven't listed here. You will be added to working professionals community once you complete the course. Only those who complete the course and those are preparing for their interviews after the course, from there on you will have access to working professionals. We have a huge working professionals within our community. You will also be added to that community, where you can directly interact with them and discuss and understand how industry is expecting, or what, as a 3 years consultant, 4 years consultant, I can expect from my manager, or what are the things I need to improve, or how can I crack this interview, and all this support you can get from them, or you can get a more experience from them and learn from them and ask how they are managing certain things. Whenever you have real time issues in your projects also, you talk to the senior consultants and ask them, hey, I struck with this issue, can somebody help me? You just ask them from the community, they will be able to help you instantly. Okay, so that's the best part of this training in case you guys wanted to join with us. Okay, this is the major information that I had to share with you all. And previous batch students had given some feedback about what our trainers has given us. So you can go through this, all the feedbacks given by previous students. We will also share the same deck with you all so that you can go through this and you can read all these feedbacks given by previous students one more time. You can read them, or if you wanted to connect with them also, we are happy to share their contacts. You can connect with them and understand how they felt about our course when they attended recently. Okay, we'll give all these contacts which you can refer directly from topmate page also. Okay, so then, okay, so let us proceed. So then the course structure we have, like this takes approximately 3 to 4 months of time. So like I already mentioned, we are going very deep about each and every concept for you to make sure. We will provide real-time business scenarios. We'll pick up real-time business scenarios and simulate in our implementation and support whatever we are doing it, to make you prepare for real-time scenarios. With that, it takes a little extra time for us to explain the business concept for you to consume and understand that, for you to apply that as well. When you practice those similar business scenarios from your side, then you will get a lot of questions. Our trainers will spend extra time for to clarify all these doubts. With that intent, the batch can go up to 4 months also. The minimum is a 3 months and maximum 4 months is what we are expecting. Okay, so otherwise people are completing the course in 2 months also. They commit 1.5 month and 2 months. Yes, we can also cover that. That comes only with a basic configuration thing. If you are the one who wanted to learn just a basic configuration, this may not be a right place. But in case somebody who is looking for a deep conceptual understanding and wanted to gain that a full confidence after this course, I no need to look for any kind of support. Once you complete the course, you no need to worry about, can somebody there help me because I'm not able to manage it. That shouldn't happen. There are many people out there in the market looking for a paid support even after they join as a consultant. Getting a job is not easy, is not difficult. To manage your daily task and your routine work is really tough when you are not really aware about all the concepts. If you are not a person who upskilled yourself proper way, then it will become difficult for you. Make sure you gain that deep understanding wherever you join, not only with us. Wherever you are joining, go and try to understand that in deeper and check with that respective trainers and see if they are going to cover in deep about each and every concept. Only then it is going to be worth for you whatever the money you are paying for it. Okay, the batch timings, like we already said, it will be Saturday and Sunday, particularly only these 2 days, as we are conducting this as a weekend batch. And it roughly it may start like 10 o'clock in the morning, both the days, Saturday and Sunday. It will go up to 3 to 4 hours maximum. That is what currently we are structuring it. Every Saturday and Sunday, Saturday will have 3 to 4 hours, and Sunday also 3 to 4 hours. That's a minimum time slot you can expect. 6 hours is a minimum you will cover in weekend, and if time permits and if you are all happy to continue the little extended time, and our trainers are happy to extend a little extra time as well, where you can spend 4 hours with a little breaks. Okay, the entire course whatever we spoke about it, so all this entire package that I'm showing you here, right? So all this comes with a 20,000 rupees as a whole package. So we are not charging anything extra for any other support or anything that we are doing it. There is no other conditions included. Everything includes 20,000. And apart from that, if somebody who wanted to make one-time payment, or somebody who say that I don't need that complimentary access of server also, certain things can be considered, and by considering those things we can provide you the best discount as well. Up to 20% discount is available. Those who comes as a early birds and they confirm that they don't need certain things, or we need only this thing, with that up to 20% discount is also available for those people. So this is a quick about our course structure that we wanted to have it. Now with the interest of time, I'll stop here. And what we are going to do, before I ask allow you guys to ask questions, the one last announcement: this is not just a demo session or a introduction session. We are going to give a more introduction and demo sessions. When I say demo, the same live classes we are starting from first week of December. So where you can freely attend those first 5 to 6 sessions and understand how trainers are explaining the concepts. Only when you feel that whatever we spoke here, and if this requirement meets, if you think that the trainers are promising, the trainers are knowledgeable, and you feel that you are going to benefit from this training, only then you can decide to continue or not. I'm not asking you to decide today, as we are giving an introduction now, and you are going to have a live session from December 1st onwards. You are free to attend without paying a single rupee. Attend 4 to 5 classes minimum, then you decide the style and everything. You will observe how the trainers are, what they are explaining it, how they are explaining it, and then you will be able to make out your mind, and that will give you an idea whether this is a right forum or not for you. Okay, that's the most important thing point for you to remember. So with that, I will tell you, you will have opportunity again to continue and attend more classes at free of cost, and take a decision later. There is no force, there is no compulsion that you need to confirm by so and so deadline. Okay, so with that, I'll take a pause and I'll allow you guys to ask any questions if you have it. Anybody has a question, just let me. Anyone, any doubts, need any more information?
You want the net trainer?
Yes, I will also training the FI, particularly the CO. If somebody is looking for a deep knowledge about CO, we have a separate trainer for a CO.
Okay, okay.
Okay, any other questions?